Welcome to the Traders Show. This episode is brought to you by Paperstone.
So hey guys, welcome to today's video. So on this video, as you've seen from the title, I'm going to tell you guys and share with you guys a step-by-step process of how I was able to successfully pass the challenge on the prop farm challenge, specifically my Forex funds, okay, which we basically call it MFF challenge. So it's been quite a long journey, and if you remember well, we've been talking about sharing how we'll be trading, how it's been going live. That was back in, I believe back in May. So I remember I was saying in the Zoom sessions and my analysis that we'll talk about how the MFF challenge is going, how we'll do it. But along the way, we saw that we didn't want inconsistency of that, in that this week we've talked about it, next week we've not talked about it. And also we wanted a lot of focus on the accounts, okay? Focus on trading, not focus on telling people how I'm performing and how I'm not, okay? Because there are those days you'll be down negative and there are those days you'll be up positive.
So I'm in the office. It's night time. 9:30. Can you see? It's 9:33. I think I'll be here till 10 or 10:30. Putting in the work. Just a reminder to all you guys who are starting out. Trading entrepreneurship, not an easy journey. You have to sacrifice a lot in order for you to survive. These are the things you don't see, man. But I'm here to tell you, man. Put in the work. So yeah, I won't say much, just checking in. There's a video on to shoot, so let me get right into that. Cool, peace.
So I'll give a short story of how it's all been, how it's gone, what are my future plans, what's the next step from here, how much of an account have I won, what's the next one I'm going for, what are the challenges I had, what are the failures I had, and then from that you'll get a rough overview of how the prop farms work and how the challenges that you normally face, because there's some challenges you can really negate once you watch this video. So towards the end of the video, I'll have helped you a ton in order to reduce those mistakes. So starting off, shout out to Taras, my co-founder, my partner. He's the one who came up with the ideas for us to start MFF and that, or rather prop farm challenges, and get this prop money, and that was last year. So before I remember, we have our own funds that we normally trade, and we're really looking to trade those accounts and grow them, because whenever you're trading your own funds, you have your own rules and your own risk management. But whenever you're going to prop farms and start trading money from outside, there are certain rules that they have that you have to follow. That means you need to readjust yourself to follow their rules and not really follow your rules, okay? So you need to meet each other in the middle. So we started last year. We did a lot of research on different types of prop farms. So there are different types, like FTMO, I think is the most famous one. Most of you know FTMO. Then there's my Forex funds, which is also a famous one. There's 5%ers. There's I can't think of them offhand, but there are many. There are more than 100, I'm pretty sure. But we did a lot of research on a couple of them, then came down to the conclusion that FTMO and my Forex funds was the best that we can start with, okay? So the difference between FTMO and MFF that we saw is that FTMO were a bit more expensive for the same account that MFF were going to give us. So we decided, let's do MFF first. If we're able to pass MFF and do all that, we can go later on to my Forex fund. So last year, I'll talk about myself mostly. Ken and Taras will come and talk about how their journey was, the accounts they're trading. So I remember last year I paid $500 for the $100,000 account for my Forex funds. So I took the evaluation one. So the evaluation, if you know, it's normally a 2-phase challenge that you normally go through. So the first phase, you need to get an 8% return within 30 days. Okay. If you're able to get the 8% within the first 30 days of your trading of the account, you'll move into phase 2, which phase 2 you're supposed to get 5% return within 30 days. Okay. And then that's to the upside. On the downside, there are also other rules that you should not break. So to the downside, they have 2 main rules that you should not break. One is not have a 5% equity drawdown. Okay, so very important to mention the equity, which I'll talk about it. So it's not balanced drawdown, it's equity drawdown. You should not have a 5% equity drawdown within a single day, and you should not lose a total of 12% of your account within the given time frame, within the 30 days or the 60 days. If you go below 12% negative, then you'll have failed the challenge. If you go between 5% drawdown within a day, you'll also lose the challenge, okay? The good thing about my Forex funds, they don't have certain rules like no holding trades within weekends and no trading news. because there are certain prop firms, if you go look, I don't want to mention any because I'm not really sure, but there are other prop firms that do not allow you to trade, one, during news sessions, and two, they do not allow you to hold trades over the weekends. Personally, I'm not a I'm not a day trader, and I'm not a scalper. So scalpers, those can be good rules for them. Personally, I'm a swing trader, so I have trades I can hold for a week, 2 weeks, sometimes even to a month. Okay, so I hold trades for more than a day. So my Forex funds didn't have those rules. I could hold trades within a certain time frame. Another rule that you should pay attention to also on my Forex funds in order to pass the challenge was that you need to have a minimum of 5 trading days. So you need to have at least within the 30 days 5 days that you've taken trades. Okay, new set trades on different days. Okay, so last year I took the $100,000 account. I believe that was in November. So November to December I did quite well. I think I was up, if I remember well, I was up 4%. So I was up 4%, which was quite a good thing. And the good thing about it, remember, within the 30 days you're supposed to attain 8% return. But the good thing about my Forex funds, if within the 30 days you're in any positive territory, be it 2%, 3%, 4%, what they require you to do, they give you an extension, okay, upon request. So very, very important to note, you need to request it, because Ken will share his story, but there's a part, if I just mention it, Ken hadn't requested, and therefore they didn't give him an extra account for another month, the extension. So what you need to do, you need to get any positive amount. Let's say, because I finished up 4%, okay, so it's remaining with 4% to finish. So I requested for another account which I was given in January. So how does the extension work? The extension basically works, they give you another extra month, okay, so they give you another 30 days to be able to complete the other 4% return or whatever percentage remaining to attain the 8%. So I was able to be given that. I was given that, I believe I requested it in December, I think around December 21st or around that, towards the end of the month. However, they took quite some time. Okay, there was a bit of delay between the customer team, okay, and I. So they took about a month for them to give me that, but that was my personal, it was just between us. For Taras, I remember that he's done that, they gave him immediately. So for me, it was a bit of a tussle there. But anyway, I was able to get another extension. That was about around in January. And then now the problem now, when it came to January, I started trading, and this was towards the end of January, so more or less the start of February, because once you get that account, whenever you start, okay, is when the date starts counting down, okay, the 30 days. So I got my account in February. So February, now my extension, and I traded, but I made a lot of mistakes here and there, okay, and then I ended up that whole month for February, I went negative. It was loss. I remember, and I keep sharing this with my students in class, there was no trade that I won in February. All of it went into loss. So by the end of February, I think I was down -2 or some negative something. Okay, so I was down negative, and I decided, okay, I need to go back to the drawing board, rethink my strategy, do more back testing and all that. So I had to take a step back. Okay, so that was my first failure. And then another thing I did, I remember actually, I took another account, I believe another $100,000 account. I traded it, and then I was failing as well. So it was still negative. Remember, in trading it's normal to fail and not normal to lose. So by the time, meaning failing, you just learn from your mistakes. So I failed, and I remember towards the end of my time, I sat down with Ken, and we were doing, I had 3 days remaining, and I had to improvise on what to trade and what to do, which is not a really good, it was a last minute plan that I just started now taking different trades, not following my system, just trying trades here and there. And I remember the last 3 days I wasn't able to pass. I was taking trades. Ken was telling me, take this trade, take that trade. So it wasn't really good, didn't go well. And then I failed that other one. Now I was down I went back to the drawing board. Okay, let's start again. So I remember on that last one, the thing I was wanted to pass through and what to share with you guys was, now you remember when I was talking about the equity drawdown. Okay, so if you think about it, when you're signing up for the challenge, there's the 5% daily drawdown you should not lose. Okay, so that normally means if I have $100,000 account, so remember, you're being given a demo account, you need to trade the demos. If you pass the demo, you'll get the live. So on the $100,000 demo account, my 5% per day drawdown is what? $5,000, which will give me my drawdown equity at $95,000. So if I go below $95,000 within a day, I'm out. Okay, so but there's a catch. Okay, and this catch is very, very important that you guys should pay attention to, because that is why I failed this. I wasn't aware of it. So I had a trade running that was running over 5%, okay, in profit. But then remember, I know my stop loss is somewhere not near the $95,000. It's around maybe 97 over there, maybe a 2% risk. Okay, now my profit is running positive 5%. Now the equity drawdown, the 5% equity drawdown, tracks your account every single day, 24 hours. So what I mean, it updates itself. Let's say today I have $100,000 account. I've taken a trade. Now my trade is positive 5%. So I have positive $5,000. Maybe that trade is still running. The target is maybe even 10%. So it's still running. So bado sijatoka your trade. So now what happens the next day, if my account opens with a positive 5%, $5,000, now the next day my stop loss or my account drawdown, that limit moves from 95,000 to 100,000. So it tracks my running equity, the 5,000. Okay, so it moves up. Okay, if the next day my account is up at maybe 6%, I have 106,000, so I'm positive 6%. My stop loss or that drawdown will move to 101. Okay, so it's leaving a gap of 5%, 5,000. So it's just tracking my equity. Now, if my account goes down, so remember, my stop loss is my 5% drawdown is not at 95, it's at 101. If this account goes back down to the 101 and hits 101, I've failed the challenge, even if I'm still in profit. Because if it hits at 101, I still have $1,000 profit, which is 1%. But according to them, you failed the challenge because you have a 5% equity daily drawdown. So very, very important to pay attention to that. So I failed that. So when I failed that, I was like, I'm paying $500 twice to learn a small mistake, which I could have paid with a small account and just learn all the mistakes. Okay, and then I come and pay for the bigger accounts with having learned all those mistakes such that I don't repeat them again, because it's a very minor trivial mistakes that you shouldn't be making. Okay, if you had read the rules and understood it well, then I wouldn't have made such a mistake. So I learned from that, and then I decided, okay, moving forward, what I'm going to do now, I think that was during the April time. Now moving forward, I was like, okay, I'm going to pay for another account, but now I've learned from my mistake. The next step I'm going to take is that I'm going to take a small account. So back then, the minimum accounts were $10,000 accounts, and to pay for a $10,000 account, I think it's $85. If you change that into Kenya shillings, you'll get at most 11,000 Kenya shillings. So it's like, let me pay for this small account, make all the mistakes I can with this small account. Because if you compare that, if I have $100, if I'm paying $100 for that, and the other one I'm paying 500, I can make 5 times mistakes, which is equivalent to one of this one. So I can pay for an account, lose, another account, lose, and like paying too much with this one and making small mistakes which I shouldn't make. So I decided, okay, let me pay for the $10,000 account, make mistakes there, learn from it, and then once I pass that, then I've learned all my mistakes, then I'll go for the big account. So it's sort of more or less lowering your ego, being in a position where you want to learn and improve yourself. So that was the idea I had, that was the plan I had. So I went back to the drawing board. The good thing at Financial Hub, I have starting May, we also got a psychologist to be part of the team. One day maybe you'll see her, maybe you'll hear from her. She likes to remain low-key, but she's very, very helpful. She helped me a lot during this process, because once she came, she was accountable. I was accountable. I don't know who was accountable. We were accountable to one another. Okay, so I told her all my previous mistakes that I had made, and I told her I do not want to make them moving forward. And that's a good thing of having a team, because you're kept accountable for the mistakes you're making. You have to be responsible. There's no hiding, there's no running away from the mistakes. Okay, so I sat down with her, we had a plan. I had also, during that time also, I had a whole month, the whole of May, I remember March, April, May, I was doing a lot of back testing, and we teach this in our course. So if you come and take one of our courses at Financial Hub, it's my personal class. I'll teach you how to properly back test and journal your back test. So I had that process. So I sat down and did it. Back test, coming up with a new plan. So I got a good plan and came up with it. Now I decided starting June, I'll start my new challenge, okay, with the $10,000 account, and then moving forward, I'll learn from it. So sat down with my psychologist. She's a trading psychologist, to be precise. Okay, so I sat down with her, created a plan, and I told her, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to mitigate, this is what I'm planning to do. If I fail to do this, I'll be responsible for it, and all that. So she really kept me accountable. So now come June, I paid for my $10,000 account, $85, and decided, okay, let me just start with a small account, because $10,000 to some people it's a big account, to some people it's small. Personally, I believe it's a small account. It can't really take you much further. The big accounts, the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 are the accounts we are really looking for to go for. So I lowered my ego, decided to learn with the small account, got my account, and started trading it. Now, in the whole of June, it was a very good month. All my trades, I didn't have a losing trade. I was in flow state, what you normally call psychological zone. If you've read Mark Douglas's book, Trading in the Zone, he talks about the psychological zone, or the psychology zone, where you're in sync with the market, you're moving with the market, you're flowing with your system. You and your system and the market are one. That's the best time to be trading, okay? So I was in that flow state. I had a very good trading month, no losing trade. The worst that I had on a trade was a break even, and break even was in the positive side because market had moved towards my direction. I remember that was a Dow trade. Okay, I think in another video I'll share, or maybe even in this video I'll share a step by step of the trades I took. Okay, I think I'll share that in another video. I'll do a breakdown of that. This is just a narration of how the whole story was, the challenge was. So the whole of June, I had a good, successful trade. I passed my 8%. I reached my 8%, and immediately, remember, when you're trading the MFF challenge, my target, I think, when I reached the 8%, which 8% was about $800. So when I reached that $800, $800, which is 8%, I immediately closed off my trade, and I was able to pass that. So if my trade was still running, I was planning for it to continue running, but I was like, my target is already attained, and that's one good thing of having goals. The MFF helps you learn how to have goals, how to have challenges, and when you attain the challenge, or when you attain the goal, step back, sit back, and relax. So once that was achieved, I took my trades, and was able to pass that. So I was given another account. So whenever you pass the first challenge, you're given another account to start your phase 2. Now remember, phase 2 is a 60-day challenge, so it's no longer 30 days. So it's 60 days, and you're told to attain a much less return, which is 5% within 60 days. So I know many people normally wonder, so you have more time to achieve a less return. So I believe the MFF people, or the prop firms, or the challenges, what they want to really look is if you're consistent. Can you make a certain amount return by following the proper risk management rules? So July, I got my phase 2 account, another $10,000 account, still on demo, so that you can pass. Now remember, I have July and August, those are 30 days. So I started trading in July, I mean. Now unfortunately, the whole month I was down negative. I was down negative 5% by the end of the month, by the end of July. So I have another 30 days now remaining. Now this time I had to be very, very precise, because my time was running out. I'm down negative 5%, so I have 30 days to attain 10% return. So recover the 5% negative and make the 5% target that they want. So now I've entered survival mode. Now I'm trying to survive. Now I was very, very strict. There's a certain pattern that I normally trade, and if you come for a class as well, I can't talk about it here, but if you come for the class, I'll teach you how to spot those trades. Very, very good trade setups give me a very high probability. Okay, so they give me a high hit rate. My success rate, it's quite good. I like it, and they also offer me very good risk reward ratios. I think I have normally a minimum of 1:3 risk reward. I can have as high as 1:6, 1:7 risk reward. Okay, so now starting into August, I have 30 days remaining to attain 10%. So it's very strict on the types of trades I'm looking for. You want to be very precise, looking for those perfect trade setups. So 15 days into the challenge, remember there's elections going on, so we have also taken a break from the office. No setup has come, literally no setup has come during that whole time frame. So what did I do? Now, this week, when was it? What was the date? Let me look at my phone. I was remaining with 14 days, okay? So half the month has gone, no trade setup, okay? So when it came to 22nd, yeah, it was 21st this week when it was starting, 21st of August, because it was to end next week on September 2nd or September 3rd, one of the two, because my dashboard was showing that I have 14 days remaining. So I came up with a new plan, which I'll share with you guys. I have it here on my screen, and if you watched my previous, if you watch our Wednesday analysis or our Zoom analysis, if you watch it, if you go to the YouTube one, watch the one for Wednesday, if you look up there, there's a place, it was a very good analysis. That's why I shared those trades and the trades that helped me pass the MFF challenge. So I came up with a new plan on Sunday, and I called it 14 days to victory, to attain 10% return. So I've ever achieved, the highest I've ever achieved in a month while trading was a 50% return, 54% to be precise, which was a very, very good return. It was quite I hadn't done that before, and it was quite a good time. So I haven't done a 50% return for the past two, because that was back in COVID time. COVID time markets were very volatile, so it was easy to make such returns. I remember that time also Taras made it was about 300 to 400% return within the same time frame. So when there's volatility, it's also good. Anyway, so now I have 14 days to achieve 10%. Now I'm going to do the impossible. If you're a good trader, making 10% within 14 days is not an easy thing, okay? If you don't know what you're doing, it's very easy to make 10% within 14 days, even one day. Okay, so now 14 days remaining. So I come up with a new plan, changed my strategy. So you have to really learn how to adapt and be flexible in the markets. If you have a certain goal and you want to attain it, you need to learn. Stay within the scope of what you're trading. So it wasn't like I was going to do random trades as well. I think I'll share this, you'll see it here. I think about 6 setups, okay, which I won't share with you guys. I won't show you, but because I teach this in my course. But there were 6 setups that I was looking for, different types of patterns, okay. So I was like, if this pattern comes, then I'll take the trade. Remember I said earlier on I trade 1 setup, but now I expanded the scope to 6 setups. So it's like, okay, if this trade comes, I'll take the trade. Now Monday, no trade, okay. I'm watching the markets. Tuesday, I remember that Monday, there was a setup I was really waiting for. Market didn't reach it, but then it is what it is. So Tuesday, no trade. Okay, because I was looking for dollar shots. If you look at my analysis, you'll see those setups, especially the Wednesday one. Okay, now Wednesday came. I remember that Wednesday morning I shared my analysis. I was in the house, I was trading from the house. I remember that Zoom session. I saw those trades. Shout out to people like Emily. They were in those Zoom sessions. I was them. AJ, I remember AJ was there. He was asking questions. Meshach, someone. So shout out to those people that were there in the analysis that were watching. And that setup came. So I had setups. I was looking for dollar shots. If you guys were there, you can remember that analysis I had. And then come during the day. Now I've done the Zoom analysis, which we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I show my setups and the trades I'm looking for, the trades I have running. Now come Tuesday, that Wednesday evening, it was before New York session. Okay, I executed my short on the dollars. So that means I was long on Aussie dollar. I took, I think, a 1.5% risk, and I took a 1% risk on USD card long. So short. I was short Aussie dollar. I was short Aussie dollar, and I was long USD card. Wait 1 sec, let me look at it here. I can confirm. So looking at my charts, let me just confirm if that was the case. I was long Aussie dollar and I was short USD card. Good. So those are the trades I took. Okay. And by the time the day was ending, because I was watching the markets then, I remember that time was, whenever you're watching the markets, personally, if I'm watching the markets, you try and force some things in your head. You can do a lot of irrational stuff. So I said, this is one of the last bullets I have. Let me go do something else. So I like exercising and I like going for jogs. So I remember I like going to Nairobi Jaffrey's. So I went there to do a run, okay, with a friend of mine. So we went there, did a run. I was coming back home at around 8 or 9. So when I kept on the charts, I saw that I'm positive 5% running. So I was like, it's a good trade running. So I immediately locked in my profit. So I broke even. I moved my stop losses to break even, locking in a bit of profit. And then luckily the market was moving with quite a lot of momentum, and I was hoping that the Jackson Hole Symposium will help me finish off these trades. So the next day in the morning when I woke up, I found myself, I was positive 7.5%, about 8%. So the remaining is just 2%. Remember, my target was 10%. And before London session, or during the London session at 10 something, I remember it was 10 something, I had already attained the 10% return and immediately closed off my positions. And that's when I got an email from my Forex funds congratulating me on the challenge. I'll show my certificate. I got my certificate as well on passing the challenge. And yeah, that's basically how I was able to do that. I had to adapt to the market. Those are a few things I had to do. I had to learn from my previous mistakes. Remember, this time I didn't every single day remember when I was talking about the equity drawdown? So once I learned from that, every single day when I wake up, I have to move, because remember it's a 24-hour thing. I have to move my stop loss such that I do not lose a 5%. Especially when you have many trades running at the same time, you have to be very precise. You can't just let it go however it goes. You have to move your stop loss every single day. So those are the things I had to adjust to. Those are the lessons I learned. Every morning, move your stop loss, especially if you're running in profit, move your stop loss, okay? So that's what I did, and that's how I was able to attain the challenge. Now, what's my plan moving forward here now that I have a $10,000 account? So my plan with this is, if you're a good trader, the plan was I still need to pay for the $100,000 accounts, the $200,000 accounts, and the $300,000 accounts. So there are a few rules in MFF that you should get. One of it is the total maximum account you can have in one of your account is 3. So if you have a $100,000 account, you can have maximum of 3 of them. You can pass 1, you can pass 2, and pass 3. That's the maximum. And the good thing about it, they link them together. So maximum, if you're paying for the $100,000 one, you can have a maximum of 3 of them. That adds up to $300,000 account. If you're paying for the $200,000 and the $1,000 account is $500. If you're paying for the $200,000 account, that's I think about $1,000 for each account. So 3 of $200,000 is $600,000. In Kenya shilling, that's 60 million. So it's not kidogo money. And recently they've brought up the $300,000 account. I don't know if those ones you can have a total of them, 3 of them. I'll do more research. The $200,000, I know you can have a maximum of 3 of them. And the good thing about it, they scale you up. Once you've passed the challenge and you're trading profitably, okay, I think if I remember well, if you attain 10% within, I think 3 months or so, they can scale you up slowly. So if you have a $200,000 account, you max out that to 600,000. I think you can be scaled up to even $1 million or more. Okay, so from that maxing out. So my goal moving forward is to pay for those ones. Okay, I want to pay for the $100,000 account and the $200,000 account. So I'll keep you guys updated. And how am I planning to pay from these ones? If you're a good trader and you've already passed one challenge, that one challenge can help you pay for the others. And remember, when you pass the challenge, they give you your money back. So it's almost like you traded free. So it's also important to note that. That's the good thing with a few prop firms. I don't know about all of them. I'm talking specifically about my Forex funds. Once you attain, so once now I have the $10,000 account, so their rules are, for the first month, if I make any profit, let's say I make another 10% within the month, that's $1,000, they'll give me 75% of my profits, they keep 25%, and then moving forward, they go adding it. So the next month, I'll have an 80% profit split, so I'll be keeping 80% of my profit and they keep 20%, and they think you can move even further to 85%, okay, but the one that I'm sure is 80% of the profits. So that's what I'll do moving forward into next month, okay. So that's the plan, to get that profit. So during the 75%, after the 1 month when they're paying you your profits, they also pay you your money back, okay. And if I'm not wrong, I remember I was discussing with Taras, they also give you, I think, 2% of the challenges. So the $800, they give you 2% of that, and the one that I got 5%, they also give you a 2% upon request. So I'm sure I'll be doing a update on how that goes. So once I get in properly, I'll be updating you guys with how that goes and if they actually pay you back. So it was a good challenge. So that's what my plan moving forward, to pay for the other accounts, and the goal is to max out on these accounts. Once I max out fully on my Forex funds, I'll go look for FTMO. Do the challenges there, because the rules there are a bit different. Max out there, and then there's free money to be taken, guys, because this is basically free money. If you pass the challenge, you get your money back. It's like you did it for free. Now the work here is to put in a lot of hard work and consistency. So the next other question is that people normally have is, what's next? No, sorry, I've already answered what's next. The other goal is to ask, how can I join, or how can you people be part of it? So we've been coming up with this new idea of what we call schools, okay? Financial Hub School. So we have our course where if you come and take any of our course, of course you'll get the schools, and the schools is basically the lifetime mentorship that we normally offer. And the best way to offer mentorship is for us to show how we are trading, how we can be meeting up, discussing a few trades or two. So there are a few requirements that if you want to be part of this team, you can join and see how my trades are going, be part of my group, be part of Ken's group, or be part of Taras's group, and look at how we are growing. And you can share with us your trade ideas. We can help you think about them here and there. And also, if I've been able to pass my challenge, my goal is to also help you people pass challenges as well and get this funding, because that's the goal. So we have a few requirements that if you want to join this group, you can get. So one, you have to buy one of our products, our courses. So you need to be part of our courses, because I'm going to show you how I trade, and how I trade, the only way I can show you is for you to take one of our courses, okay? So we have different courses. We have our certified Forex trader course, which goes for $100. So that's a fully online course where you don't get one-on-one with us, but you can get access to the course, okay? You can see my strategy, Ken's strategy, Taras' strategy. We have that there. 2, you can get the $400 course, okay? The $40,000 course, which is a one-on-one you get with us for 2 months, okay? 2 sessions per week, where we get to teach you how we normally trade, how our strategies work, the risk management we work, psychological time framework you need to have, how to journal, how to backtest, fundamentals you need to look out for. So all those we teach in our one-on-one course, which our September intakes are going on. And then 3, we need you also to get to open an account with Paperstone. So if you look at the links below, you need to open an account with Paperstone and have at least a minimum trading account of about $100, so that we can be trading together. No demo accounts will be allowed here. So once for you to be able to be part of the mentorship program, we need you to be trading live. We don't want you to be trading demo. There's as far as demos are also important. There's what it trains you, okay? But there's as far as it goes, it's very limiting. Demo can help you learn, I think, about less than 5% of how trading works, but the rest of the 95% you need to be live, okay? Because a lot of trading, we keep emphasizing this, is a lot on how your psychological framework is, your mental, we call it the mental gym. You need to do the mental gym, so you need a live account. So that's the minimum requirement. Apart from that, so another disclaimer we have, no signals, okay? The mentorship program is not for signals. I'm not telling you guys to pay for a signal program. It's not like I'll be entering here and telling you guys buy here, sell here. No. What we want to build is more of a professional way of trading, okay? We believe signals is not a professional way. As part of the pioneers, people who are really building the financial Forex industry in Kenya, we do not want to spread the wrong information, and signals are wrong information of telling people how to make money quick, copy what I do so that you can make money. No. I want to impact you and help you as a person grow. So the best way I can do that is by teaching you, okay? Don't give a man a fish, show them how to fish, and they'll fish for the rest of their life. So that's what we want to be doing. That's part of my mentorship program. I want to show you guys how to make money for yourselves. So those are part of the requirements. So it's not signals. I won't be telling people buy here, sell here. No. But we'll be having sort of a Forex trading mindset, or super mind, okay, where we are all trading, everyone is discussing, people are discussing their trades. That's the goal we want to be building, okay? That's the future of what we want to build, the Forex industry. Yeah, I'm sure you see people online. We see a lot of people, I don't want to mention any countries, but there are different countries, especially in Africa, that show the lifestyle, get rich quick, they hear the cars we're driving. We don't believe that's the mindset we want to teach people here in Kenya. It's a long-term thing, so we want to be able to impact you guys in the right way. So those are part of the disclaimers. So if I just do it in a nutshell, step number 1, you need to be part of our students, so buy either of our courses, okay? 2, you need to open a Paperstone account, okay, through the link. So very, very important. Don't just open an account with the link below, because that's our link with Paperstone. So we'll be able to know that you're in this program. So open a link through that, and then fund it to the minimum of $100 so that we can be trading live, okay? Then 2, no demo accounts are required, okay? No demo accounts. And 4, Also, a disclaimer: no signals, okay? Strictly for trading, okay? So apart from Paperstone, you can open a Paperstone as well, and also have maybe an MFF challenge going on. Also, that is okay. But mostly we need people to be trading live, and I want to help you guys. So I think that's about it. That's how I was able to do this. I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this update just to show you how it's been going, how the challenge has been going. Taras and Ken will also come and update you guys on how they are going. Also, they're doing quite good, so they'll come and update you guys how their trading is going, the strategies they're using, the returns they're looking for, the account size they're also trading. I've been transparent with you guys, showing you how my transparent, because I have the $10,000 account now. Over here, the goal is just to grow. So you guys are going to see the growth. Hopefully you'll be here to watch it till the end, and hopefully I'll also be here in this industry to show you guys till the end. So that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll do another video to show you guys a breakdown of the step-by-step trades that I took, of how I was able to, my mindset, because I journaled each and every of those trades. So I'll show you guys, I'll show you how my 14 days to victory plan worked within 3 days. It was very important to show that. I was actually able to get the 10% within 24 hours. So 24 hours hadn't passed, and I was able to get and pass my challenge, or rather to get 10% within 24 hours, which is quite a very good return. If you have $100,000 account and you make 10%, or rather, let's just talk about the account I had. I made $1,000, which is about 110,000 Kenya shillings, or 120,000 within 24 hours, which was a very, very good return that you want to be seeing out of trading with proper risk management. Okay, so I risked a total of 2.5% to get 10% return. So that's a risk reward of 1:4. Very, very good risk reward ratio. Okay. So allow me to end it there for today. Hope you enjoyed that video. So I really wanted to share with you guys that, so that you can see how the process has been for me, and my boys will come and share with you very soon how their process is. So that's it for today. In the next video, I'll show you a step-by-step process of how I was able to get those trades and how they run, okay? And a few maybe things you need to note in my Forex funds, that if you don't pay attention to them, you're very likely to fail the challenge, okay? So learn from people's mistakes in order not to repeat from them. So that's it from me. And like I always say, remember to stay woke, stay financially literate. See you in the next video, guys. Peace.
Yeah, people, so I'm signing out. Like I said, late into the hours. Can you see that? What time is it? 10. It's 10:14. 10:14, and I'm exhausted. Yeah, here we go. So I was also looking at the charts quite a bit, and yeah, just catching up. Yeah, keeping it fresh and clean. There you go. So cool. See you guys soon. See you on the other side of success. Like I say, stay woke, stay financially literate. Thank you very much for watching Financial Hub's content on YouTube. For more Forex analysis, financial education, podcasts, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.